what we're doing here today is we're talking about Vsdc video editor and the workflow. When you work with Vsdc, no matter what you do, you're working on a project. As soon as you open a file up, you begin a project. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Say, like, for instance, you just come straight to it instead of opening the project and you import content, because what it'll do is it'll take you to a window to open a video or open a picture or whatever. You're going to be actually starting the project. It'll automatically create a project for you, and then you can rename it and all of that. First of all, don't confuse starting a new project with open a project, because a new project is a new project. Open project is a, see open project over here? Open project is a project that you already saved. So I'm not talking about that. So there are actually 8 different ways, and I'm going to point them out real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and start with what I'm talking about. From the application button, you can start a new project. See right there. From the quick access menu right next to it, you can start a new project right there. Ribbon command bar, you can start a new project right there. You can start a new project from where it says blank project. That's a new project. Create slideshow is going to be a new project. Import content is going to be a new project. So that's 6 I can cover right there. And video capture and screen capture, which I don't really consider as actually starting a new project, although it is. I say it like that because it's not in terms of the same editor window as you would use working on a project here. These are actually tools, and they'll have completely different windows than what Vsdc does. So, but we'll get into those at another time when we get to that section of it, talking about that. We're going to talk about starting a new project from the application button. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the application button. And you see right underneath of that, the first thing on the top of the list is new project. First thing I want you to notice here is that new project thing has a plus sign next to it. Because the thing about it, when you want to start a new project, and what that's telling you, that green thing is telling you, hey, this is the first thing you need to click to do something with Vsdc. So let's go ahead and click that. And once we click that new project button, then the project settings window opens. More than likely, you're going to want to name your project. But anyway, you can name it what you want. In this case, I'm going to name this new project just for the sake of the video. All of this stuff up here is optional. Notice that this, by the way, is divided into 4 sections. Up here, this top part is optional. This middle part here, and we'll talk about it later, but I'm going to say right now this is important, because if you don't set this here stuff right, your videos can be out of sync. They can be, I mean, when I say out of sync, I mean the video could be playing and your voice can be out of sync with the video. Your mouth will be moving and the sound come after it. Also, your videos can be the wrong size. What I mean is, when you look at the video, you have white lines or white bars or black bars on the side of the video. That type of stuff. In other words, it's not going to fit into the window correctly. So you need to make sure this stuff is right, and we'll get into that later on. Those settings are important. I mean, this stuff right here drove me crazy for a while until I did some research on it and found out what was going on. This right here is the background. So if I was to make this black, remember I was just saying about the bars on the side. Well, if I had it black, then bars would be black. If I had it white, those bars would be white. So I'm going to leave it white right now. If you hit cancel, it's just going to close this window and you're back where you started from. So you don't want to do that unless you want to change something and start over. So, but if you're satisfied with what you got set basically here, then if you're satisfied with it, then go ahead and click finish. Now, once you click finish, opens your Explorer so that you can, what's going to happen is it opens your Explorer so that you can add your video or whatever you want to add to it. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to add one of my Vsdc videos. Video editing, Vsdc right there. And I'm going to add the, let me add the before we get started video. Maybe you've seen that already, I don't know. You may have, and I'm going to click finish. And there it is. So now, if you remember in the other video, I said when you work with Vsdc, when I talked about the workflow, you create a project, which is what we did up there when we put new project. Remember right here, new project, that's what we did. We did new project. And when we click that, Vsdc added a scene here, which we also talked about. I'm just showing this to you again so you realize what happened. And then once we added the scene, then we had to add the object. And that's what we did when we added the video. We added the object. So actually right now we actually have a complete project. Now the thing about it, that's what you edit. You actually edit the objects that you put into your project. The main thing I want you to get out of this here for right now is that when you start a project, a new project, you start a new project, and Vsdc will add a scene for you, and what the main thing that you're only doing right there is adding objects, and then from there you go on to editing. Alright, in the next video I'm going to show you starting a new project from the quick access menu up here. Alright, y'all have a wonderful day and we'll see you then.